Okay, now we're going to get into the mindset and how this works. So we're going to actually show you and step you through the program of the mindset. So when you click onto the mindset, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see week 1 mobility basics. Now, when you look at this, there is a theme for each week. So week 1, mobility basics. Week 2, sink in. Week 3, balance and flow. Week 4, rise and thrive. Week 5, embrace the suck. And then week 6, mobility mindset. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that each day has 2 movements. So day 1 has 2 movements, day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on. But all these movements are the same movements that you have every week. Okay, so it's not this isn't like abundance of like hundreds of movements. It is perfecting each movement every week with learning the movements, learning the technique, knowing your body's mechanic, becoming aware of your body a little more, and dealing with the mindset of everything, bringing the psyche into everything and carrying this over in a more effective manner throughout your days. Okay, so we don't want to just rush you through things and then you do one movement and then you don't really understand what it is, if you're doing it correct, and if you're doing it effectively, and how does this carry on to the remainder of your lifestyle. And that's what this is about. So when you open this up, day 1, you're going to see that there is two movements to this. And what it is that you have a soft tissue manipulation, which is the STM, and you're going to see that through the exercises and through the programs and through each session day when you go through this. So I've shortened it up to STM, soft tissue manipulation. This is going to deal more with softening the tissue and really showing you the demos of how to do the movement. So when you click on these, you're clicking on it because you actually are going to get a basic demo of the movement. So you'll see
keeping the legs
that I show the
completely
basic
calm,
movement of
and then I can put some pressure here.
and the
if it hurts,
technique. Now
don't
it's
move.
pretty brief, but what you want to do is pay attention to that, because as time goes on, I get deeper into that. I'm going to get into that in just a second. So then you'll need to watch each demo. Just because you watch adductor rollout right doesn't mean that you don't watch the adductor rollout left. You have to watch both of these, because I have different content in both and additional content in each of these. So I add more content for you to follow and to understand and comprehend. Now, when you come down here, you have this assisted knee lunge. Okay, so assisted knee lunge right and assisted knee lunge left. Again, you're going to watch the demo and watch these in detail. And then as time, and I'm speaking in that, and I'm giving you directions and to breaking it down. But again, you're going to get more information on that on a daily basis. Okay, and what these are is that you have all these blue buttons here are a step in this daily session. So 3 rounds for the sequence. Okay, so this is the sequence, the blue parts. In this, there's 8 steps in this sequence. So there's 8 buttons, 8 blue buttons, okay? And those 8 blue buttons are what they have the demos, but the reset ones don't have a demo. You don't need those. That's just for rest and reset. There's 3 rounds. Each round is 5 minutes, okay? So this 8-step sequence is 5 minutes long, okay? Once you go through the demos on that, then you're going to hit start now, and this is when you start getting into the session. You're starting your session. So each movement is about 1 minute. In average, most of them are 1 minute. Okay. And so these hash marks down below are the 8 steps, including the reset, the rest and reset. Okay. And you can actually go forward in these, or you can go backwards. If you have to go to the bathroom all of a sudden, or get a water, or whatever you have to do, you can pause it. Okay. And then if, say, like you can't finish, you have to go, you can continue or you can stop the sequence. Okay. In your day, um, so each day, um, once you finish your day, you have this day one reflection. Okay. So the day one reflection is your place to uh, use the scale of your increase or decrease in range of motion, your increase and decrease of, in pain, and to also uh, log if you did more than one session. So one session being 3 rounds, which is 15 minutes. Okay. If you did a 15-minute session, then you did another one later in the day, you've done 2 sessions. So you did a total of 30 minutes, but that you did 2 sessions. So what you would put here is 2. How many rounds did you complete today? Actually, my bad. How many rounds did you complete today? Well, if you did 2 sessions, that means you did uh, 6 rounds. Okay. So if you did 6 rounds, you put that there. And then your notes and comments will go here. And so you'll want to utilize this, and it can be all your notes of, yeah, I had difficulty with my right side, or I had difficulty with the STM, I had difficulty with the active movement. And so in detail, that's kind of what this is, your daily monitoring, and you can keep track of this, and you can keep your notes right here. Okay. During your day, don't forget that you have the tracking logs of water intake and checking in. So once you've checked it, once you did one, maybe you did 2 sessions in day one. So you did 2 sessions in day one. And so you would want to go all the way to uh, your tracking log, and then up here when you check in, you're gonna put in here that you did 2 sessions for that day. Okay, so that's a good way of keeping track of how many sessions you've done on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and if you see here, a monthly basis, and then annually. You're going to be able to log that and see how that looks later on after you've done like 6 months or so. Okay. Again, when we go back to the program, to the mindset, um, we are looking at, I'm going to go back to day one because I showed you the soft tissue manipulation, and the other movement that the soft tissue manipulation movement is connected to is the AM, which is the active movement. Okay, so this is completely different than the STM, and what you have to keep in mind is that um, the AM, the active movement, is to actually release more of the soft tissue, lengthen and create elasticity and more range of motion in your body and in your the joint areas, and just open up your movement of the tissue from the STM that you actually just rolled out, softened up, made it more supple. Okay, so that's how you use the program here on the mindset. Next one I'm going to tell you is to how you wrap in the coaching aspect to that. Okay, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, and you obviously are on YouTube, so thank you.